Shan.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, we're gonna talk like we weren't just talking
Right? I
privately.
know, like, hey, fancy seeing you here. Oh wait, I do want to pull up my because I hate this chat on StreamYards. Even if it's on my phone, it's probably gonna be delayed, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I think it's about the same. I've only done for my phone a couple times though, so I really can't say how fast it is, but I'm sure it's just as slow. Hey, Forrest.
Hey Forrest. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and what was his name again last night? Mr. Shares? Uh Ballantyne?
Oh,
He had a lot of
Valentine.
screens. I thought I
He
had a
had
lot of
like
screens.
four, right? I think I counted four.
Oh my god.
Hello, Halo.
Hey Halo. Yeah. Hey Halo. Oh, that's like what's a what's a gay horse eat?
Hey.
Hey.
I love that one.
I know it's like it's I don't know, it's cute.
Look, it's forget about it. That's what I always want to say. Your name is forget about it. Collins.
So maybe I'll start saying that because I started saying FRV because I was like frigger. I wonder if sometimes people if they just like make their names like really difficult to say so that the channel creator like has
Yeah,
trouble
it's
saying it all the
intentional.
time
Yeah.
just to mess with them.
Oh,
Hey
not much.
Collins.
Collins.
And everyone was like, "Do you do that on purpose or?"
It started as a typo and then it just stuck.
Yeah, what
So
did I
now
say? Oh, and then I was
Collins.
like, my phone said Travis. I'm like, I don't even know Travis. And the only time that I said Travis was just like a couple sentences ago.
Oh yeah, is that what you meant when you said Travis earlier?
No, it was supposed to say
That guy's name was Travis, wasn't it?
well, that I meant to say. But then after that,
This is a
that's the only time I've
travesty.
ever typed Travis in my phone was that one time. And then it like all of a sudden thought I wanted to say Travis all the time.
Poor Sarah. Yeah, now you're gonna hear it all the time. It's like that car. Once you get
That
one, you
car.
see them everywhere.
Hey Sarah. Welcome everybody to the new year, 2021. Is that what it is? Shan is gonna hang out with me for a little bit today, so I don't feel so I don't have to talk to myself
Yeah, she
anymore because
bounced
it's
off.
awkward. I was thinking about when I was watching your live stream, Shan. I was thinking about doing like a trivia, like a Chris Watts trivia, but and then like give some. I don't know what I have for a prize. So it's not going to be anything fancy by all means, but um, I was thinking about doing a Chris Watts trivia, but based around like what I've been, you know,
Yeah,
saying. So to make sure that people are following along.
right, right. You have to do it that way. I mean, that's your thing. I mean, you got to do that. That's a good idea.
Hey, Callie.
Hey, Callie.
Like ask maybe like the characteristics that I've been um repeating all the time to like for everyone to look out for and other events and stuff.
Hmm.
Um and just I mean I'm not gonna say all the questions now. I just thought about it like an hour ago, but
That's a really good idea. Yeah, I like it. Hey,
yeah,
Jenny.
you could ask the questions. You're good at it.
All right.
I'm all volunteering you. Like if you can. I'm letting you.
Oh, can
Hey
I?
Jenny.
Bless you. You're not alone.
I'm still
Aw.
trying to get to my chat here. I don't know if Miss Cher is gonna come on or not, but I did send her the link.
Share to the bear.
Share to the bear.
How was everyone's New Year? Why'd you say 1985, Collins?
Oh, that was random, huh?
1985. All right. Cool.
1985.
Good to know. That's the year my brother was born. Okay,
I
so
keep getting older. They keep staying the
I
same age.
love that movie.
I've only seen it, I think, like 1.5 times, but
What?
I, for some reason, I remember that part because I used to like Matthew McConaughey, but I don't really like him that much anymore. But
Yeah, now the Lincoln commercials.
oh yeah, right. Weird. Oh
uh,
my gosh, though that's you should show if I can we could test out the screen share, but you should oh wait, maybe we can't do that. Dang it.
I know.
Would
I
that
mean,
be like copyright on here?
are we gonna do the Jim Carrey one?
Uh I don't remember the Jim Carrey one.
Oh, okay. It's him
I just remember
playing.
the Gary Busey one. Is it you don't
Oh, the
that website?
cameo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's not. I don't think that's copyright because I've done that plenty of times online. Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if
Let me
I
get
don't
her up. Hold on. Yeah,
you
have you
could
guys
try
heard
it.
of Cameo? I wonder if there's
Hey
any
Renee.
locked up any like OJ. I wonder if he's got one or like any criminals have any, but
He said, OJ. Hey, Mr. Juice.
all right. What's up, Renee? Yeah, you can like pay a celebrity to um record a video to you. Look at him wearing the scarf.
Is that kind of like the isn't there another website like that? Not the Fiverr or whatever, but
Yeah, it's kind of like Fiverr. Yeah. I don't know. We'll try this one out. See if this is any good. I like how you get your money's worth with Gary Busey, man. He just rambles on and on.
did you see him on that show on Practical Jokers?
He was
Do you
on
watch that
that?
show?
No. I love that show.
Oh my gosh, I know, I love that show too. It's so fun. Yeah, he comes in and does like a little cameo skit thing.
Oh,
It's
it's up
funny.
and ready, by the way, for you to approve. It hops up in your backstage.
Oh,
Uh,
you did it. Oh, did you try it already? Okay, let me see.
yeah, that's already up and ready.
Uh, I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, that did nothing. I pressed the layout screen with just a blank screen, and it didn't do anything.
Hmm.
I don't know
Okay,
why it would give me that option, but
yeah, that is weird. Okay, so are you looking in where people pop up in your basement or backstage? Sorry, people
I
used to
don't.
call it
I don't have
basement.
a basement.
I mean backstage because it'll
I
show
don't.
up down there.
There is no like backstage. There's
Well,
guests.
yeah, like when I come in and
Oh,
out.
I see it. Okay, I see it. I see it. I
Yeah.
see it. Hold the phone. I got
Okay, okay.
it. Cool. I'm excited. I can't believe this works. Okay. Add stream. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there's good old Gary.
Already. Oh, Gary.
Years old. You know you've been around the sun 40 times now? That means you're halfway to 80 and think of the fun you're going to have when you're going from 40 to 80. Happy 40th birthday. That's the best day for someone who has a birthday. It's great. It's fantastic.
I love him.
It's loving. It's
Can you
giving.
turn it up just a little? Because my phone volume's all the way up and I can barely hear it.
It's a
Please.
gift. And
That's as
your
loud as I
40th
get.
year, halfway to
Okay.
80. That's a great year. And how to avoid bad characters? You yourself can be a bad character where you try to avoid another one. So don't be bad to yourself and you won't have any bad characters around you. It's called getting out of my own way. And you do it with love and purpose to love and help others in every way you can. Okay?
I
Do
love
that.
you,
That's good advice.
Gary.
That's spiritual advice, and that's advice from my heart to your heart.
Okay, Forrest.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday, dear Mike.
All right. Who else? I mean, we could see there's all kinds of celebrities here, but I don't know. A lot of them are not well known. Let's see, comedians.
I was trying to find how to put our names.
Sarah Palin. I want to see what Sarah Palin does. Hang on. I'm curious. Whoa. I would thought like she wouldn't need this, but I guess I always see Tina Fey when I see her. Oh shit! It didn't open on there. Sorry. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to leave you there.
No. It was my bad. For some reason it opened up in a new tab.
Sarah
$200.
Palin did it.
Yeah. If there's anyone you guys want me to look up, let me know.
Hi there, Phil. This is Sarah Palin up in Alaska. Hey, I want to take just a second just to provide you a little bit of encouragement as 2021 is rolling in. Here in Alaska. It's in a couple of hours. The new year begins. Thank the Lord, because 2020 has been pretty tough, kind of sucked for a whole lot of people. I know in my own life, life-changing
No, OJ.
decisions were made around me that affect me tremendously. They were kind of out of my control. But 2021,
Is that
right around
Sounds
the
like
gunshot?
corner,
someone's
good for all of us.
someone on a
Someone's shooting at
skateboard.
her. I'm just
Being a
kidding.
great patriot, for loving our country so much.
Yeah,
And
it is
I want
Chuck.
to encourage you when it comes to our country to know that truth is going to be revealed. As it applies to this last election, the results that the mainstream media wants us to swallow, the results of that election, truth will be revealed and truth is going to prevail. We're
Yeah,
promised
sure it
left and
will.
right in God's word that truth will always win. So we have to have faith in that, and we have to encourage others around us
Ooh, I
to
wonder if John Bobbitt
believe
has
in that
one.
and to act upon that.
Who?
Acting upon that meaning
The guy that had
to
his
stay
penis cut
positive,
off
to
by
stay super
Lorena.
productive,
Oh, I didn't know that was
and
his first name.
as tough as it is sometimes, to make the most
Or
of
wait, what's
what's
his
going
name?
on
I thought
around
it
us.
was Lorena
I
Bob.
want to
Oh, because they were
encourage you with
married.
something here.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just where did that come from?
I don't know, because it's pretty much like washed up celebrities on this site. So
I didn't realize he was a celebrity
yeah, he for a
for
little
losing
while.
his penis.
This would,
Hey,
this would be
Samantha.
the perfect place for him. A lot of them I don't know. Should see like, oh, Game of Thrones has a bunch, and musicians. Let's see what musicians.
Jenny may know I didn't see that, but I did hear something about how the explosion happened across the street from where the van was parked. Jenny Mae was asking about the Nashville bombing or whatever it is.
Oh yeah,
A lot of inconsistencies, I guess, already.
Scrambled Greg. Flav. Oh
Oh my
god.
gosh, no.
Oh, it won't open it
So how much
there.
is it for, like, not that I'm gonna like
For him, it's $250.
$250?
Yeah. It opens a new tab each time, so I'm trying to find a good one. Michael Starr, Steel Panther, Andrew Dice Clay. Oh my god. No, thank you.
I can't stand that guy. I don't think he's funny at all.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Any celebrity requests from anybody?
I mean, I don't know if there's any like true crime related ones. Any people that
Are any of
got
them
away
still
with
alive?
murder? Right, exactly. I'm surprised they don't have one of these for like famous
Maybe
prisoners.
see if Jodi Arias is in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
I don't even think it has
Or
any like
Casey Anthony.
hashtag. Yeah, I don't even think it has any like hashtag Me Tooers in this. I mean, not the women, the men that were committing the, you know what I mean? You'd think they'd go somewhere like this because they need money now, but no, even this won't take them. I've never. Gary Hoey? I mean, who's that?
No idea.
Gunnar Nelson, that sounds familiar.
Gunner. Let's say, okay, so that's cool that you can pull up the community guidelines, and I'm just kind of weary again about even saying that, but
Yeah, let me pull them up here.
I'll just what's the word I'm looking for? The strike. What's it called? Counter it
Oh yeah,
or appeal it.
you got an actual manual strike.
What's
Hi,
that?
Red Rooster. Did you say you got a strike? Like a manual?
No,
Someone
well,
struck
I
you?
I did for one of my live streams a few months ago, but I was just saying if I read these off and they give me a strike for just saying those words, then I'll just appeal it.
Sarah, Beyonce is way too famous for that. The most famous person I think that I saw on there was
Gary
probably like,
Busey. Oh,
or Alice Cooper. Like he was pretty famous.
that's funny. His restaurant is here.
Oh really?
Oh, because he lives
Nice.
here. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh yeah. Is there a place near you called oh what's her name? Anne's Bakery or something like that where it's this psycho couple. They were featured on the show and like they're known for like harassing the customers, like even physically harassing them.
Yeah, it's like right down the street from me. Get
You're
the fuck
messing
out.
with me.
No, seriously.
Oh really?
That's so weird that you'd bring that up.
Oh really?
No, I'm just kidding.
It looks like a cool place though. It's shut down now.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
You should look into it.
It's called
Anywho,
Anne's Bakery.
I think it was something like that, or Amy's Baking Company, or something like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was featured on that um, Hell's Kitchen guy, but yeah. Anywho, do you want me to
Oh,
read these out loud or what?
Ramsey, whatever his name is, or Gordon Ramsay.
One of those guys. I don't freaking know. I don't watch that shit normally. Sorry.
Okay, so now that we just talked about nothing for 18 minutes,
That's
um,
what I do.
I know I'm fine with it, but I don't know if everybody else is. If all
Right. Go ahead.
22
Take the
people,
floor.
21 people. Wait, does it count? Oh yeah, I'm one of those people. So 20 people, because I'm watching it on my
Yeah.
monitor. It's so funny. I'll do that on D Live. And I'll think that I have one person watching, and then I forget that I'm watching the chat from my phone, and it's so
Only
embarrassing.
one
I'm like, oh, I got a viewer, and I'm like, oh, it's me. Okay, that's
in
nice.
there.
At least I'm supportive of myself, right? Um,
Right.
okay, guys. So I just wanted to I went over these community guidelines on D Live the other night, so this might be a repeat for a couple of you, but I wanted to read these to you, and I posted them in my community page as well. But again, I know some of you and don't go there that often or don't get notifications, so I want to show you this because this is why I like literally cannot speak about my theory. And some people say like, "What do you mean? What do you mean you can't say it? What do you mean you can't talk about it?" So Shan was nice enough to pull the guidelines up for me. Except where are we at? Okay, so if you scroll, I'm not going to read like all of them, but if you
Right.
scroll down, Shan,
Yeah.
to hate speech, that would be fantastic.
Figures it opens it in a new tab.
Oh, when
Um,
you clicked on the link, okay. Do I have
yeah.
to approve it every time it?
I don't know how to just open it right here. It won't let me. It automatically opens it.
Well, can't you just share that screen too?
I'll
But
just have
after,
to
well, I
keep-
mean, once you click on hate speech, then it will. You shouldn't have to click on any other tabs again or whatever.
I'm just
Open
going to
it.
share my entire thing. That way we don't have to worry about this if it keeps doing that. Right, Colin? Are you used to that? He said,
Okay, wait. So, oops, where do I go again? Oh, guests. Okay.
yeah. Colin says, nice to walk into a place not getting treated as a criminal. So do you want me to play the video?
I don't know. I mean, you can. I've never watched it. Sure, why not?
Okay.
And then I'll read it.
Only 2 minutes long. It won't.
True or false? If you
Okay.
make a video that compares people to animals or bugs because of their race or nationality, that would result in a strike on your channel. The answer is true. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against members of protected groups, including but not limited to race, gender, sexual orientation, or religious affiliation. We may allow
Watch them strike you for playing this.
I know, right?
content that includes hate speech, like news coverage of world events, if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature. But this is not a free pass to promote hate speech, and it's important that the purpose of the video is not to directly encourage violence or promote hatred against individuals or groups. Let's take a look at a few examples. A creator uploads a video using slurs to describe members of a religious group and goes on to say the world would be better off without these people. In another video, a documentary features interviews with people from 2 different religious groups, during which the interviewees use derogatory words. Do either of these videos violate our community guidelines? Yes. The first video violates our hate content policy. YouTube does not allow use of slurs with the intent to attack, dehumanize, or degrade members of protected groups. But what about a documentary that shows people promoting hate speech? Would that be okay? To learn that and more about our policies around hate content, go to the YouTube Help Center article linked here or use the link in the description. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know. I just thought of that too after you said that. I was thinking more because it was talking about hate speech, but then I'm like, are they going to give me a copyright strike for playing their
That'd be
video?
pretty sad if you're just spreading their rules, basically.
I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised, but well, I guess we shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually pull it up on my screen too because
Here, read it. Okay. The safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority, and we look to each of you to help us protect this unique and vibrant community. Oh, fuck that. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes: age, caste, disability, ethnicity, gender, identity and expression, nationality, race, immigration status, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, victims of a major violent event and their kin, veteran status.
wait, go back.
Go up to the list.
Go back to what's the last one you just read, or the one. I'm gonna bring it up. I can't read it on my screen; it's too small on my phone.
Yeah.
The one about the kin.
Hi, Dave. Victims of a major violent event and their kin.
Okay, so that right there is in the Watts case. Victims
Yeah.
of a major, okay. Proceed, please.
Okay. What this policy means for you. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if the purpose of that content is to do one or more of the following: encourage violence against individuals or groups based on any of the attributes noted above. We don't allow threats on YouTube, and we treat implied calls for violence as real threats. You can learn more about our policies on threats and harassment, or incite hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the attributes noted above. Other types of content that violates this policy. Dehumanizing individuals or groups by calling them subhuman, comparing them to animals, insects, pests, disease, or any other non-human entity. Praise or glorify violence against individuals or groups based on the attributes noted above. Use of racial, religious, or other slurs and stereotypes that incite or promote hatred based on any of the attributes noted above. This can take the form of speech, text, or imagery promoting these stereotypes or treating them as factual. Claim that individuals or groups are physically or mentally inferior, deficient, or diseased based on any of the attributes noted above. This includes statements that one group is less than another, calling them less intelligent, less capable, or damaged. Allege the superiority of a group over those with any of the attributes noted above to justify violence, discrimination, segregation, or exclusion. Conspiracy theories saying individuals or groups are evil, corrupt, or malicious based on any of the attributes noted above. Call for the subjugation or domination over individuals or groups based on any of the attributes noted above.
Okay, here's the next one right here is
Yeah.
important.
It is. Deny that a well-documented violent event took place.
So I can't say that it never, or it's rhymes with rake.
Right.
This is for educational purposes only, okay? YouTube?
Right, YouTube.
All
Big brother.
right. Okay, go ahead.
Attacks on a person's emotional, romantic, and or sexual attraction to another person. Oh, you can highlight it like that. Content containing hateful, supremacist propaganda, including the recruitment of new members or requests for financial support for their ideology. Music videos promoting hateful supremacism in the lyrics, metadata, or imagery. Educational content.
You can skip that one. That one's not relevant
Okay.
if you want.
Then which one's next? Monetization and other penalties?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. In some rare cases, we may remove content or issue other penalties when a creator repeatedly encourages abusive audience behavior, repeatedly targets, insults, and abuses a group based on the attributes noted above across multiple uploads, exposes a group with attributes noted above to risk of physical harm based on the local, social, or political context, or creates content that harms the YouTube ecosystem by persistently inciting hostility against a group with attributes noted above for personal financial gain. Okay. You want those examples? Here are examples of hate speech not allowed on YouTube.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and read them, because then that way
Okay.
they can get the full gist of everything that they're.
Okay. Quote, I'm glad this violent event happened, period. They got what they deserved. And then referring to a person's with the attributes noted above, end quote. Omitted person with attributes noted above are dogs, or person with attributes noted above are like animals.
Okay.
You want all these?
Let me see what the more examples is.
All of these are subjective. I agree, Red Rooster. What's up? Did I say hi to you, Dave? Hi, Dave. Happy New Year.
Hi, Dave. I can't see the chat right now, so I'm sorry if anybody came in. So yeah, so under more examples, if you could read those, please. Thank you.
Get out of here and punch a person with the attributes noted above. Everyone in groups with attributes noted above is criminals and thugs. Person with attributes noted above is scum of the earth. I'm just going to say blank.
I was gonna say if you want to just
Blank are a disease. Blank are less intelligent than us because their brains are smaller. Blank threaten our existence, so we should drive them out at every chance we get. Blank has an agenda to run the world and get rid of us. Blank is
New
just
World Order. Sorry, go
right.
ahead.
Blank is just a form of mental illness that needs to be cured. Blank shouldn't be educated in schools because they shouldn't be educated at all. All of the so-called victims of this violent event are actors. No one was hurt, and this is just a false. Like, can I even say that?
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay. Educational purposes only. YouTube.
Right, and this is just a false flag. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
reading directly what you're.
So yeah. So if you want to read that one again, that one's important.
Yeah, all of the so-called victims of this violent event are actors. No one was hurt, and this is just a false flag.
Okay.
Then the next one too. All of the
Yep.
so-called victims of this are actors. No one was hurt.
Okay.
Shouting blank or pests at someone regardless of whether the person does or does not have the alleged attributes. And then video game content, which has been developed or modified to promote violence or hatred against a group with any of the attributes noted above. Okay, this is what happens. If your content violates this policy, we'll remove the content and send you an email to let you know. If this is your first time violating our community guidelines, you'll get a warning with no penalty to your channel. If it's not, we'll issue a strike against your channel. If you get 3 strikes, your channel will be terminated. You can learn more about our strike system here. We may also terminate your channel or account for repeated violations of the community guidelines or terms of service, as well as due to a single case of severe abuse, or when the channel is dedicated to a policy violation. You can learn more about channel or account terminations here.
Thank you very much, Shan. You did great.
No problem.
Okay, so again, I wanted to show everybody this because this is why I cannot because I think that these were actually changed because when I read the guidelines like like a year or so ago, I don't remember it specifically saying anything about not mentioning victims in a violent
Right.
crime or
Yeah.
the actors thing, but which I have never said, but I
That's
already knew
new.
that. I already knew I couldn't say that from the beginning. So
Right.
so not only is it in the actual like what do they call it, and I don't know why it's considered hate speech. Maybe someone can
I
explain that to me,
know.
but I know when I first got the strike, I was like, hate speech. I was like, am I that
Right.
terrible? What did I say that was hate speech?
I know. I agree.
I was like, okay, this should be interesting. So, okay, so again, it says we remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes. And then, of course, all the ones you read. And then, so one example, again, of part of that, the attributes is victims of a major violent event and their kin.
Mm-hmm.
So, how is talking about that promoting violence against victims or their kin?
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, that's essentially what I got a strike for, was simply just, and that the one that I did get a strike for, the live stream, it was just an educational stream. I just broke down the anatomy of the FFs
Mm-hmm.
or PSYOPs.
Right. FS.
So, okay, so yeah, so again, not only is it in the the main whatever, then they have it as an example as well. So, I mean, to me, that's pretty telling in itself. Deny that it, like, to have it up there and then to have it 2 more times in the example, deny that a well-documented violent event took place. Like, why can't you, like, why is that, how is that hate speech?
Yeah,
Or how
why
is
did they
that
list that one and not like several other conspiracies that are listed out
ex-
there, you know?
exactly? That's exactly.
Mm.
That's a great point. Like, and that's what I said on DLive the other night was it doesn't say that you, as an example, you can't accuse somebody of being an accomplice to murder, or you can't accuse the law enforcement of a cover up, but it says specifically in the examples deny that a well documented violent event took place.
That's interesting.
So, I mean, and
Very
that's why I wanted to read these because I sometimes I don't think some people understand like why when I say that I literally can't say it or talk about it, like, or especially on a live stream, or I'll literally get a strike for it. I mean, and especially if it's using it in an example.
yeah.
And then where's the other example? Okay. Oh, so what example? Okay, other types of content that violates this policy. Okay, so that's not even an example. That's like the one that I just read about the deny that a well-documented violent event took place. That's actually more of the violation of the policy. But then when you go down to the examples, that's when it says, where is it at? Oh, all the so-called victims of this violent event are actors. No one was hurt, and this is just a false flag. All of the so-called victims of this, and then and it's saying it almost pretty much twice here for the examples. All the
Yeah.
so-called victims of this violent event are actors. No one was hurt, and this is just a false flag. Then it says underneath, all of the so-called victims of this are actors. No one was hurt. Like that's essentially the same thing. So why?
Right. They did
Weird.
repeat themselves, yeah. And
Yeah.
Forrest wants to know if you appealed it.
What's that?
Forrest wants to know if you appealed it.
Which one?
The strike.
Oh, the one that I got. I didn't because I can't because I talked about the different types of victims in these events. So like you'll have like the um knowing and willing, you'll have the knowing and unwilling, or you'll have the unknowing, unwilling, and then there's one other one that I always forget. But I went back and watched some of it, and I think I did throw maybe like a fake word in there or something here and there. So but yeah, so I didn't appeal it.
Okay.
But I also mentioned several times like false flag and all that, so I figured I wasn't even gonna try.
Yeah, you already knew it
even
was
though even though
before.
I was, like I said, pretty much just breaking down the anatomy of one. That's what I'm saying. Like you're not even allowed to like give educational presentation on
Yeah.
just breaking down the anatomy of them. That's how bad
And
it is.
it's not like you're even monetizing or trying to make money off of anything. It's all free and they're still not letting you do anything.
Yeah, because they're censoring. That's why. But again, like, and that's why I'm so frustrated because I can literally not say this is those that you just read off are my theory. I mean, in a
Yeah.
nutshell, pretty much. So
Right.
if somebody can give me some way of getting around that, I've already tried to switch words around. I say for the SYOP, I say the psychological aspect of it. People probably come in my chats and are like, "What the hell is this woman talking about? Like, is she talking in code?"
Well, yeah, you literally have to.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, like I said, that's why it's frustrating. And so it's
Yeah.
like, um, so yeah, but yeah, thank you for doing that. You read it,
Remember
but
that?
I liked when you got all like, into it, and you're like, uh, it's just a form of mental illness that needs to be cured. Like you got all like, I don't know what you said, but it's funny.
What's up, Bearskin?
Hey,
And,
Bear.
and Superhero, by the way.
Okay, let me
Hello.
go back to the chat here. See.
Superhero was asking about something I wasn't familiar with, but you might be Crafton's video,
Oh,
aka Donna.
is that far up? The comment?
Yeah, well, a little bit. You have to scroll up just a little bit. It's a big paragraph, but I wasn't
Hate
familiar with
speech.
any people. Lana dressed up as a corpse version of Shan, calling herself Shazam. I don't know. Sounds messed up though.
I know who they're talking about. Lana. Yeah, they were. She was on another channel creators talking about
Okay.
the case. Um,
Where do you have to lose? What do you have to lose if you appeal it? Your foreskin.
I'm not sure. I think because with the one that I got, it's a warning, but it's like still on my record. I don't, like it's like a parking ticket or something.
Got a
Like you
record
can pay it
now.
and take care of it, but it's on your record forever. Like that's so it just
Okay.
is lingering there.
Oh, I got a
But
record too.
but I think if I try to appeal it, I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, you can
I want
try
to
it.
say that I think that it would count as an actual strike or something. I don't know. Last time I tried to appeal something, I don't remember what it's for. What was it for? Oh, it was a random stream that I was doing, and I was for the first 20 minutes I was talking about my chickens, and then it just all of a sudden just shut off on me, and it said that I used explicit content. It said I used explicit content, and I didn't say like cock or anything. I just say
Yeah,
rooster. I don't say, I'm just using an example. But yeah, for the first 20 minutes, I was talking about the new baby chick I got, and it just shut off right in the middle of my live stream. And so when I went to try to appeal it, like they only give you like a certain amount of characters. So by the time I got to, I'm appealing this because, which I didn't know I didn't have to say that, but even when I took that away, I'm appealing this because I know. So I took that away, and then I still couldn't even finish like my argument. I'm like, okay, well, and then when I pressed send, it didn't even it didn't complete it. So I was just like, I forget it. It wasn't an important. It wasn't. It was just I didn't get a strike for it or anything. It was. I don't know.
Okay. You don't have to
But
go to
yeah.
the
So anyway, so when I
school.
tried to, that's why I didn't even want to deal with the
School.
other one, and I just feel like I didn't have an argument. So, but yeah. So I don't know what that means. Okay.
I'm not sure either.
Okay. So I don't know which one superhero. Oh, okay. Have you seen Crafton's new video about KK Twin Peaks #2 and Lana Lana O has been guesting on J. She dresses up as a corpse version of Shan. What?
That's fucked
No,
up.
I have not seen it. That's crazy.
All right, I'm sorry. I forget it. Can I cuss on yours? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't care.
Probably not, right?
I don't care.
All right.
Just limit it, okay, Shan?
I'll try. It just out.
I have cursed too, but
Yeah, that's for sure.
Really.
Oh, I like that name, Eternal Flame. Is this burning?
So any questions, you guys, about Shan's presentation of the YouTube community guidelines on hate speech?
Hi, JC. JC in the place to be.
Shan's wrapped it now.
Can I cuss, please? Jenny.
I'm trying to get caught up here.
Who is this?
She said, can I cuss, please? Is that what you just said?
Oh, that's what Jenny said, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. It looks like Miss Purple Butterfly's not here. She's sweet. I love her. But she's like, no cussing. I was like, Perp, it's okay. They can, but no, I love her. She's cool.
It's probably because she saw that thing say, please refrain from using the P word. So she probably took
I know. I shut that thing off. That's so weird. Like it literally, like when they would say the PSYOP, that's the only word that I had on there that I wanted it to block, and it did the opposite.
It did like B words. It did like
boob.
poop.
Like what the heck? It was pretty funny though. I was laughing.
Yeah, it was funny. Do you know what I think Watt's plan was? What's that, Mer? Yeah, mine doesn't either.
Do
Colin.
tell.
Do tell. Now I got eternal flame stuck in my noggin.
Well, it's better than Trump. Trump
He's
in my
Trump.
head.
Trump.
Oh yes. I should make a song about that, a parody.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one has.
Have you heard of Media Bear?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he does he makes parodies about all the mask stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
they're pretty
wait,
good, yeah.
I think you have it. Someone from your crew. They
Yeah,
definitely played one of them.
it was
I
probably
like how they call
Tech
them,
or Sour.
probably. I like how they call them face diapers. What's up,
Right?
Antonio? Oh, thanks, Callie. Oh, Forrest. So sweet. Yeah, she said don't cuss. I said bullshit. I kept approving your shit, Jenny. But I always end up like I approve everyone. I let them have their free speech. But then that one guy, he wasn't threatening me, but he was, being a bit of a
Yeah, I
dick.
didn't even know about that until after, because like I said, I can't pay attention to the chat sometimes, especially if I get on my
Yeah,
rants.
right.
And
Okay.
yeah, and then with all the bot stuff going on, and then he had a bot like weird bot name. But there was someone that came into my live stream one time. It was like Shoot the Moon or something was their name, and like the mods would keep blocking him, but then he would literally come back in like same name, same picture, and
Whoa.
kept coming back in. So on my where it says blocked whatever
Yeah.
um or hidden people, it's there's 4 of his names on there, all the
What?
same one. Yeah, it was
Make
crazy. I
him
was like, what? I was like, this motherfucker won't go
munch.
away.
Yes. You think NK was stalking CW, not SW? Yeah, they met previous at a function.
Jenny May, why did you stop using super chat for everyone?
Meaning on. Do you do lives, Jenny? I didn't know Jenny does lives.
She does? I didn't either.
Is that what she meant?
I'm not sure. Oh,
Deep
yes,
Wolf.
Murray, I saw your theory. The problem I have with the explosion thing is because one, Chris would have already implicated himself by showing that gas can on the Nate's security camera. I mean, like he literally, like almost practically looks at the camera holding up a gas can. Like, so that's like pretty much, you see what I'm saying? And then not only that, but in my opinion, Anadarko would have done a um, investigation on it to see whether or not it was accidental or on purpose. And if it wasn't Anadarko, if it wasn't accidental, they wouldn't have paid anything out. And not only that, but how would he? I mean, I guess you could like, I don't know, you could do the whole gas and like the whole line of it thing, and then start it, and then have it, like in the movies, and
Oh my
have
God. They
start it,
exaggerated.
yeah. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would work. But
She said read the rest, and it's Mare.
oh, I'm sorry, Mayor.
I thought it was Mer too, like from Practical Jokers.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Hi, Roxy. She said, I heard someone say they had to provide a special gas for the truck.
So okay, so you think that he was gonna die as well, but then and then they were just like gonna like all run away together with them. I am confused. Explain. Can you explain further? Do you get that?
And it would
Jen?
look like they all died. Fakel his own death. Um, I'm wondering if YouTube cut some of what you said out because there's not a full story here.
Well, it's further up, I think. Oops, what am I doing?
He was going to blow up Serby 319 with his pickup left there, and NK was going to pick him up. More than
Yeah,
that?
so a lot of people believe that he was going to blow up Serby 319 with, with Shan and the girls there to make it look like they shouldn't have been there and it was an accident, and then get like the insurance money from it.
And
What Mayor is saying is that he was going to do that, but then fake his own death and then take off with Kessinger.
Interesting. I could see that. Yeah, that's.
So it would seem like he died as well, but then really, but then they would go looking for Kessinger too. I would imagine.
True, and
So she would have to die too.
He doesn't give me like super smart vibes like that, but I don't know. I don't know the case like you guys do, so don't come at me.
Yeah, I know. No, he's not in my opinion, he's not a super smart guy. They just want us to believe that he has a 140 IQ because that's another one of their little serial killer breadcrumbs that they left. Because you know how Ted Bundy and who's the other one? Well, several of them that were supposed to have really high IQs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So if for anyone that does watch my videos, there's the videos that I made where they've referenced, like there's several references to other high profile murder cases and also serial killers, because that's the same thing that the producers of American Horror Story do. They get their inspiration from classic horror films, like Rosemary's Baby, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then also not only that, but like cult leaders and other infamous serial killers. They use that inspiration for the show. So essentially what they are doing, the ones in control of the Watts narrative, they are incorporating, just like they do with American Horror Story, the same thing into the Watts case. So they've incorporated several, Scott Peterson references. There's several people in that, like officers that worked on the case that have the same names. One of them has both the first and last name of a serial killer. Then you have Ted Bandy.
What?
Bandy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's like one of those. If they did it, it'd be really obvious.
Oh my god!
If they did Ted Bundy. Trooper Ted Bandy. Okay, that's no joke. Say hello to Buddy, everybody. Buddy, everybody.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
what was the other one though? The other serial killer.
Then there's Officer Katie, and I'm gonna botch the last name, but it's let me look it up. It's a Ukrainian last name, and the guy's first name is Sergey. But let me look it up real quick here so I can at least spell it for you, because I always misspell it. I had to double check in my video a couple times.
Sergey.
Sergey.
When I was younger, I thought it was Sergi.
Sergi. Yeah, it does look at that.
History does always repeat itself. Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth?
Oh, I have no idea how to spell it. Okay. Serial killer. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It's Sergey, not Sergey. It's Tkach. I wish so why? Oh, because you can share yours because you're on your computer. That's why. Okay, I was gonna say if you wanted to, but there's not really much to show besides the fact that one of the officers' names in the case is Katie Tkach, right? So all I did was, because a lot of the names in this case were really odd to me, and I know there's a lot of strange last names out there that you don't normally see, but once I noticed that they started incorporating all these breadcrumbs and these clues in the case, I just started looking up stuff that I thought was weird or like didn't fit or just kind of stood out to me. So I just put in, the last name TKACH. I think it's like Tack, or I don't know, I'm probably botching it still, but and first thing that comes up on Wikipedia is Sarah Haytak, and I look over, he's killed 37 people in Ukraine. So what are the odds?
Oh, he's an
Right?
older dude. Yeah. What the heck? Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah. So okay.
Okay.
So
What
then,
else?
you have the Ted Bandy, and then you have Trooper Otto Wilson, right? And this one wasn't a weird last name, but I think I told you this before. But because I kept thinking that Otto was the guy from Beetlejuice, but it's
Yeah.
what's his name?
Ortho.
Ortho, right? But it still stuck out to me because of that, I think. But then
Yeah.
I still pictured Otto being like I kept picturing him being one of the characters on Scream, like one of the
Yeah, I can see
cops or
that.
something. But
Mhm.
but anyways, I was completely like wrong, I think. But anyway, so I
I
looked
went to
up Otto
Beetlejuice
Wilson,
too.
huh?
I went to Beetlejuice too, by the way, like directly in my mind. Or
Oh
I
yeah,
went to
I
him.
think it every time, and then someone's corrected me several times, and I'm like, no, it's Otto. Um, See, I don't even remember what is his name again.
I think it's Ortho or Otho.
Ortho, yeah, yeah, you're right. Okay, so I put in Otto Wilson, and then so it's on Google. It's one, two, three down, and it says murderpedia.org, right?
Mhm.
Which is actually a pretty cool
Wait,
website.
Wilson
Have you heard of
Auto?
Otto Wilson?
Otto Wilson. You want me to just share my screen and I'll just type these things in while you're
Okay,
telling
if
me
you want,
to
that'd
do
be
it?
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so Otto Wilson, and then you'll see
Yeah, he's
Murderpedia.
the
But
third one down, yeah.
have you heard of Murderpedia?
Hmm.
Because so it just lists, like, you can just look up all these um, convicted murderers from A
Yeah.
to Z.
Hey, Foxy.
I don't know how updated it is, but and wouldn't you know it, Chris Watts isn't on there.
What?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how updated it is, but
It's ready when you are.
oh right, sorry,
Cool.
I was waiting on you. Okay.
Happy New Year. Yeah, down here, third one.
Okay, so yeah, so if you want to read some of it, you can. That'd be great.
Okay. Let me put my cigarette out. Classification, murderer. Characteristics, mutilations, compulsion towards bloodlust. Here, I'll zoom in some. Number of victims, 2. Date of murder is November 1944. Date of birth, 1911. Victim's profile, Virginia Lee.
Yeah,
Birth,
right.
Lillian Johnson, 38. Prostitutes. Method of murder, stabbing with a razor-sharp carving knife. Location, LA. Status, executed by asphyxiation gas at San Quentin Prison on September 20th, 1946.
So I mean, if you want to read more, you can, but this is the most, obviously important part. There might be actually other like breadcrumbs in here, but that was enough for me, like, so once there's
Right,
like when there's one, then it's like, okay, maybe it's a coincidence. But then there's 2, 3, 4,
right.
and okay, so here's another one for you. If you want to, are you just sharing your whole screen? If you want
Yeah,
to
I
look
just
up,
oh, they don't do it like search. Wait.
oh, okay, so for the last one, it was just the last name, right? And
Yeah,
that too. It's like, okay, so she has a Ukrainian last name and she's in America. I mean, granted, yeah, could she have, just been born here, or whatever? Yeah, is it possible? But then again, it's like, okay, now we have one serial killer reference, someone with a serial killer last name. Then we have this guy who killed 2 people, first and same last name. And
nope.
then you have H.H.
Wait.
Holmes, if you want to look up real quick.
Okay, and by the way, no Chris Watts. Am I looking on Murderpedia or am I just looking on Google?
Oh, just Google. It's fine now. I mean, you can stay on Murderpedia if you want, but
What
just
am I
in case.
searching for?
H.H. Holmes.
Oh, HH, yeah.
Okay, and then if you scroll down and you look at the day he was born,
May 16th, 1861.
Chris Watts' birthday is May 16th.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Could it be a coincidence? Yeah, a lot of people have the same birthdays, but again, it's like, what are the odds, you know?
1985. Oh, hey, someone said 1985 in chat earlier. Collins did.
Collins did. Oh, he's in on it.
1860.
Just kidding.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew it.
Okay.
Okay. And another one, you have Ken doll, which, believe it or not, when I looked up Kenneth doll, there's actually a lot of Kenneth dolls out there,
Mhm.
which is weird to me because, sorry for anybody whose name is Ken doll, but Ken doll, like Barbie Ken doll, why would you name your son Ken? Your last name's Doll. I don't know. It's just weird. So, so there's Kenneth Doll is one of the officers in the case, another one, and you have the
His name's
Ken and
Kendall,
Barbie
really?
doll. You have the Ken and Barbie doll killers, the
Yeah.
yeah. So you have what's his name? Forrest can help me out with this. Bernardo or something, or I can't remember his first name, but they made a movie about it with the chick from Orange is the New Black. But oh, that rooster! I tell you, I might have to leave you just for like 1 minute. But
Are you gonna go chop it off?
so yeah, so if you want to look up the Ken and Barbie doll killers real quick, that'd be cool too.
Okay, so they're giving me a chick's name, Carla.
Oh, there you go, Carla Homolka. Yeah, and then what was her? Oh, Paul. That's right.
Another
Okay,
man
now,
baby.
so you have, Ken doll, the Ken and Barbie doll killers, which is another reference to, infamous serial killers,
Right.
and or a case. And then I find out when I reading more into it, Paul Bernardo's dad's name is Kenneth Doll.
What the hell? Let me find it. That's insane. How many Ken dolls are there? Wait, it's supposed to be
There's not
early
enough
life.
Barbies to go around for them. No.
Kenneth doesn't give his last
Well, I
name
mean
though.
it's Kenneth, but I'm just saying Kenneth and then Barbie doll killers. Kenneth Barbie doll.
Gotcha. Ken doll, yeah,
Sorry, I
okay.
didn't explain that well, but yeah. Which again, that might be stretching, but even if you take that out of the picture, you still have the Ken and Barbie doll killers, Ken doll.
Yeah, they killed her
Okay,
sister.
so then let me think of getting my notes here. I remember there's just so many of them, Shannon. It's like
Oh, I believe you, kid. I wish
um
that was still. Remember when we'd search your name and then Chris Watts would come up, but it doesn't happen anymore. I tried it earlier.
oh, you did? Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Um
Oh, it's
and I'm
coded.
trying to think of another one here now. Go back to my Okay, well I was trying to like just stay specifically like on cases, but okay. I'll be right back, okay? Hold the fort,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
I'm gonna go strangle a rooster real quick. I'm just kidding.
Like that one that lived headless for many years. They just fed it through an eyedropper through its neck. Big old hole. Pine Forest High School. See, I'm starting to look for synchronicities now. How you doing, Rolly, my love, by the way? Raped, not taped. Surprised Google or YouTube let you say raped. You knew this chat thing. Never put my theory out there before. I know, that's cool. Thanks for sharing with us, Mayor. Betty Broderick shot hubby and mistress. Oh yeah, who was it that was saying they're watching the Gypsy Rose Lee show? It's so good. I didn't know about that case. Oh my god, I was hooked. Frederick, which is interesting because I live right next to Frederick where I'm from, but it's not in Colorado. Keep hearing about this guy. I don't know anything about him though. It's weird. He's red there, but he's not red there.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you for coming back.
You're like, "Doo-doo-doo."
What am I
um,
talking about?
okay, so here, I pulled up my
Why is
notes here.
that picture for Celeste Watts? Look, it's him. It's his face, that Frankie guy.
Wait, what happened?
Under here where it says Celeste Watts, it's his picture.
Under Chris Watts? Or, oh, so,
Chris
oh, I don't
Watts.
know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's typo. I don't know. So another one, so let's see. Oh, and then okay, so there's you don't have to pull this up, but there's a page in the Discovery where um, there's an anonymous caller that allegedly calls in and says that um, says this whole thing about how the kids might not actually really be Chris's, and that that Shan might be related to the Zodiac killer. Okay. So now we have another reference to another serial killer, and not only that, but then you have an entire episode in American Horror Story cult season that talks about the Zodiac killer.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, the same thing that they do, Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk, the producers of American Horror Story, just like they get their inspiration, and they, and then you have all the connections in American Horror Story on top of that. So they're just.
You still there?
Oh, if you can't hear me when I go off the page, huh?
Yeah. Guess
Okay,
not.
what's the last thing you heard?
So it just
Oh boy.
it really wasn't that long ago. It was probably like 5 seconds.
Did you hear anything about Zodiac Killer?
Yeah. All
Okay.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. Okay. All right. So then it does work then.
Yeah, just after like I don't know how long. It only gives you so long to be on another page. I don't know why. AB has stunning new CCTV showing Chris Watts' accomplices. Is that clickbait or like for real?
What? It's clickbait in my opinion. But moving on. So yeah. So then you have the Zodiac Killer, which is another serial killer reference, and then let me look at my notes here. Okay, so another one. There's this body cam footage, right, of Chris's defense team going into the house with like like plastic bins of stuff, and then and then you see him on the body cam. They have like the yellow markers laid out everywhere, like they're doing some sort of like evidence collecting or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was always strange to me. Huh? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It was always strange to me because I just didn't make any sense. It was one of those moments again in the case where it's like, this doesn't make sense. Like, what's going on here? Like, this is all, it's weird. And so that every time I had that kind of like feeling, I would always look up something. I would always look into it. And so it bothered me forever until I finally watched, because I don't know a lot about the OJ case. So I watched the show on Netflix because Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk are also or not both of them, just Ryan Murphy. He's the producer of the OJ show on Netflix.
And they're the American Horror Story guys.
With David Schwimmer and whatever.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah.
So I'm watching that, and one of the first few episodes, it shows OJ's defense team going into the house and rearranging it and everything, and switching out pictures to make him look more like a family man. And they didn't tell anybody that they were going to do it. They just went and did it. Well,
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
exact same thing that Chris Watts' defense team did. They didn't tell anybody, and they went
Oh
in
my
there and
God,
like,
really?
yeah, and took stuff, and they were carried a bunch of stuff out. And I was like, what the? I was like, that's the same thing. And I was like, oh,
Yeah, that is. That's crazy.
um,
Good catch.
because the Decano, one of the police units, they came there because Nate, the neighbor, had called and said that there might be a possible break-in. And so they didn't know about it. Like, no, they didn't know about it when they got the call because the defense team, Chris's defense team, didn't tell them. Same thing. I mean, the police, I don't know if the police showed up for OJ's, but same thing essentially. They didn't tell anybody, and they definitely didn't tell the prosecution that they were going to go in there and do all that and switch everything around. So I'm like, okay, here's another one. And it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But then once I saw that on the OJ thing, because I didn't know much about the OJ case, once I saw that, it made so much more sense. I'm like,
You were
now it
meant to
makes
see
sense.
that. Yeah.
And then not only that, but when the police officers showed up to Chris Watts' house, he knocks on the door.
Yeah.
And then the defense team opens the door. I'm like, hey, it's like, okay, so you got a call about a possible break-in, and you're gonna go right up to the front door and knock on it?
Yeah, I thought that was odd too. I
That's
thought the
really
whole thing
strange.
was odd.
Yeah. So that's another one. And then so there's several, of the same similarities to Scott Peterson, Shan being pregnant with a boy. He kills Shan. She's pregnant with their first boy. Scott Peterson had his hair cut by a family member of the victim right before the murders. So did Chris Watts. He got his hair cut by a family member of the victim right before the murders, like just a week or so before the murders.
Oh, really?
The
Weird.
the shooter from Las Vegas, he also got his haircut. The mainstream media made it super important to tell everyone that this Stephen Paddock got his haircut right before. I don't know what the haircut
Yeah, why is that
connection is,
important?
but what are the odds that all three of them had their haircut right before they committed murders?
You think it could be like, so like when someone gives too much detail and it's like to distract you from the truth, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
hmm You just cut out, by the way.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was still on my notes. And then so another one is. Oh, okay. And then you have the actor Christopher Lee, who, yeah. Well, and then you have Christopher Lee, the British actor who got famous for Dracula, Hammerstein's Dracula. But he was in oh, there you go. Thanks. You're good. You.
You're good. You.
You. And it makes sense because Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk, they grew up watching horror films, and that's again where they get their inspiration from.
Oh yeah.
So it's not surprising that Christopher Lee, this guy was like the king of horror movies,
Yeah.
And then you also have, there's just so many, like we could be here forever. That's how crazy. That's why I never know where to begin. What about 27 Club? I'm just kidding.
27th of May. I mean, it's not the same day. We're looking at the 16th, right?
Oh yeah, no, the H.H. Holmes is the only birthday connection as far as that goes. But then there's another birthday connection with Shan that I brought up several times as well, which I can get into. How much time do you have? I'm just kidding.
Let's do it. Or where were we at?
But so while we're still on like horror movies and stuff, the one of the founders of Lavelle, the company that Shan worked for, the multi-level marketing company.
How's that
his
spelled?
name is
spell like Lavelle.
Oh, Lev. You just put in Le-Vel and then Jason Camper. Okay. Yep. So I was like, okay, that Jason Camper. I don't know. It just sounded, it's just, again, one of those things that just sounded weird to me. So I put in Jason Camper one day, and then you know how like on Google a couple of videos will pop up from like YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, I see on one of the three that dropped down, it says Jason Camper, and it's got what's his face from what's the one
Modern Family.
the horror movie Friday the 13th,
Oh,
right? Is that
wait,
Friday the 13th, or is that
I
Friday
don't
the
know.
13th is with Jason with the mask, right? With the hockey
Yeah.
mask.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, so Jason, he would go and murder all the campers,
In Crystal Camp Lake. Yeah.
right? Okay, so then I find on Amazon, there's shirts all over the place that says Jason Camper or Jason's Campers. And I'm like, what the
Oh.
fuck? So now we have another reference to a classic horror film. And it's like, again, what are the freaking odds? You know, there's no way. That's, I mean, again, that's what they're doing. They're just incorporated all these things into the narrative of the Watts case. Yeah, there's the shirts. And so I was like, okay, so the one of the founders of Lavelle just happens to be named after us, not named after, but has the same name as the reference in Friday the 13th.
Nice. Weird.
Yeah.
And just to mention, it's close to my name.
Oh yeah, it is.
Just want to throw that out
I
there.
knew you were in on it too.
I'm somehow involved now. I insist.
You are.
What's up,
Okay, and
Jane?
then so then you have a Kessinger who and again, everything that they put in this, because I haven't explained any of this stuff to you because it would take hours and you'd probably fall asleep. But, but everything that they put in the discovery means something. Not everything, but most of it means something. It's all symbolic. It's all just, again, one of their little breadcrumbs. So, Kessinger, because they only showed us maybe 5 searches of Kessinger, the mistress's internet search history. Because again, that's what they do. They only post the search history that supports the narrative, and they did the same
Oh,
thing for Las Vegas as well. And I won't go into that because that's definitely forbidden to talk about. I shouldn't even said those words, but oh well. So
yeah.
she Googles Amber Fry, which is Scott Peterson's mistress, and how much does Amber Fry make? So now you have another reference to an famous high-profile murder case. There's a ton of Scott Peterson references, but
Oh,
that's
Amber
just to
Fry
name
was
a few.
okay. That
Yeah,
was the
she was
mistress.
Scott Peterson's mistress, and then
Oh,
Kessinger got a
what?
photo taken for the Denver News before all this was released. She's got, if you put her picture next to, and I put this in my video, but if you put her picture next to Amber Fry media, or Frey, I don't know, I think it's Fry, but media photos, she's got her hair straight, she's got this blank look on her face, and then she's wearing a black blazer, just like Amber Fry. So it's almost like
Oh,
a single white female thing, which is another reference to another horror film, a scary movie. I don't know if it's a horror film, but it's pretty scary.
well, she didn't dye her hair blonde.
See that one right there, the second one?
Yeah.
No, yeah, she didn't. That would probably be too obvious. See, she's got the black blazer on with
Right.
yeah. So
then,
see how she wears, yeah,
yep.
like that. Then she's looking off
Oh, yeah. The hair goes out too.
yep. So there's another one.
Okay.
And then you have, I was trying to stay on the same track here, but again, and not to mention all the American Horror Story, overwhelming amount of connections in American Horror Story. But
Forrest
so
noticed
in the one of Chris's interviews, I think it was the first one. Well, they say interrogation, but it's not really an interrogation. It's just talking to
Yeah,
him.
right.
At the station, with Tammy Lee.
The
She
first hangout session.
yeah, right. They're shooting the shit pretty much. she says to Chris, Tammy Lee says, the CBI agent, she says, Chris, did you hear about the that man in Aurora who killed that family with the ball peen hammer? So that wasn't really all that strange to me at that moment, but I just figured at this point, again, everything means something. Like they're making a point to say this stuff,
Yeah.
again, because it means something. So when I looked it up, there is happened in Aurora, like she said, in 1984, where a guy kills the family with a ball peen hammer. However, before he had killed that family, it's the Benet family. Bennett or Benet? Bennett.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking John Benet, but it's Bennett.
No,
Yeah,
I
where
do
the
remember. I remember
where
this.
the daughter survived, but she ended up having a lot of like, issues and stuff because
Oh wait, this can't be it.
no, that's him.
Oh, that is it.
Yeah, they ended up like catching him like years later or something apparently, but yeah, Aurora Hammer
Oh,
murders.
look at that.
So
What the fuck?
before he murdered the girl's parents and then she survived, he had broken into several other homes prior to that, like within a span of like maybe a couple weeks or something, even a week maybe. And
Right?
he broke into a woman's home that he did kill because they didn't find out that it was the same guy until later, I guess. He broke into this woman's home and killed her, and that he killed her on the same day that Shanann was born, January 1st, 1984.
What?
So almost like, like take a life,
Oh,
another life come into the world.
yeah, it
Like the
was
day, like
January.
the exact day, because Shanann was born on
What the
January
hell?
10th,
That
1984.
good
Not only
heck.
that, but I would say guess what that woman's mother's name was, but I don't know if you've watched American Horror Story.
I have, but I mean, I don't know them all that well. Like some I
Okay.
know better than others.
The woman
You
that
know the
he
ones I
killed
like.
the day that Shanann was born on January 1st, 1984, her mother's name was Constance. We first meet Constance, the character Constance, in Murder House in season 1, who
Yeah,
is
I was gonna
the
say, isn't
Harmon's
that in the
neighbor.
beginning? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Constance. What are the odds? Like, have you ever met anybody named Constance? I haven't.
I know an old lady who goes by Connie, but it's constant. Yeah, no, not common at all.
Yeah. So, and then not only that, but add it to Tammy Lee going out of her way to tell Chris this, and then I search it. He ends up killing someone on the same day that Shanann's born, day, month, year, and
That's
then I
crazy.
wouldn't be surprised if it was the exact same time if she was born. If I knew the exact same time,
Oh
exact time
yeah.
Shanann was born, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. But
Oh,
and
God.
then her mother's name is Constance. It's like, come on, get the fuck out of here,
Weird. Yeah.
And I'm really surprised like more people are not like shocked by it because I'm still in shock and I've known about all these for a while. Just how much like they went to do all this, to incorporate all of these breadcrumbs into this, like, and that's what I say, people don't realize how much bigger this case is. There's more to it than just a cover up. Like, it's crazy. And those are just some that I've mentioned. Like, I could keep going, but
Alexander Ewing. Okay. And it's in Colorado. I mean, what the heck? Well, it says Nevada inmate, so I guess he was already in prison in Nevada, and that's how they caught him.
yeah.
So this was him then.
And then if we go back to, hey Adelina, then if we go back to that Zodiac, the Zodiac tip,
Yeah.
well, the guy that calls in allegedly said that his name was Daniel Franzarek. So I'm like, okay, that seems like a really weird last name. I'm almost certain that that's not a real last name. And of course, I look it up, Franzarek, and I can't find it anywhere. And I don't know why, but I started. Oh, it's Foxglove. She's helped me out so much with this
Uh,
case. she mentioned something about Graham Coder and his name being like coding, like they're into
Yeah.
these people, I love their codes and thinking that might be referenced. So then she started doing these anagrams, and so I was like, well, maybe this is like how the Zodiac killer did all the ciphers and stuff. Well, if
Yeah.
I take Daniel Franzrich and then the other name James Darnell Olson, that this alleged anonymous tip guy called in, even though it wasn't anonymous because he gave his name, but it's probably fake. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's just what they want you to believe.
Right. Right.
If I take Daniel Franzrich, James Darnell Olson, and then Chris Watts, his name, and I put them all together, I've been able to come up so far with the anagram. Shoot, what's her name? I'm gonna forget it, and I don't know why. In the American Horror Story episode where it's all talks about the Zodiac killer, there's the Forrest, help me out with this. I'm having a
Yeah.
brain fart.
Is it in
She's the one, the
1984?
one that the feminist that shot Andy Warhol.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
I'm having a total brain fart right now.
Yeah. She always called people scum.
Yeah,
I know.
the Scum Manifesto, exactly.
Yeah, it's scum manifest. I don't know.
Oh my
Let me look
gosh,
it
I'm
up.
totally having a brain fart. Um,
That movie's good though. I shot Andy Warhol.
I haven't seen it.
What was her
What's her name
name?
again?
Valerie Salonas.
Yeah, Valerie Solanas.
Salonas.
So far with those three names, I was able with the anagram, I've been able to get Valerie Solanas because in the American Horror Story episode, she takes credit for being the Zodiac killer, and then so she
Oh,
goes into the police station and she says, "Yeah, I'm the we're the ones that are responsible for the Zodiac killings or whatever." And the cop kind of just laughs at her and she gets all pissed off and then she ends up going crazy in the American Horror Story episode. Well, with the three names, I've been able to get Valerie Solanas is not the Zodiac killer, but I still have some some letters left over.
oh.
So I just finally gave up one
Wait,
day because I was so frustrated because I was like, I'm so close, but I know that it's an anagram for something.
you got that full sentence that
Yeah,
she's
I got
not?
all that out of Daniel
What?
Franzrich, James Darnell
Wow.
Olson, and Chris Watts. I've got, yeah,
Damn,
Valerie
girl.
Solanas is not the Zodiac killer, or if Valerie Solanas is the Zodiac killer. And I've also been able to get Scum Manifesto with it.
What?
I have several different ones all in my scratch notes, but I
Holy
finally had to
shit.
give up because I just got too frustrated. But I know that
It
there's
says
something there.
she was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and pleaded guilty to reckless assault with intent to harm. 3-year sentence, psychiatric hospital. Wow. She died of
Yeah. So
pneumonia.
again, what are the odds that another American Horror Story reference is in the Discovery? Not to mention all the same names, all the same Nicoles and Nicholases, and the name Lee. Yeah, is Lee a common middle name or name? Yeah, it is. But when you have it all in one small area, all these people, it doesn't, it doesn't make it as coincidental.
Well, wasn't the Zodiac killer in San Francisco too? Because where she died was in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So pretty crazy.
Oh, Roxy's good at anagrams.
Oh, I hope. I mean, I wish somebody would help me with it because I'm so frustrated because I know I'm so close. I've even tried to like put it in like binary code and reverse it, and then
Oh
like, oh my god,
wow!
it's crazy.
Did you put your thing
But
down, flip it, and reverse it?
exactly, but it didn't work. Damn it, Missy Elliott, you lie, you lie.
Oh, he ends up dying from a gallbladder infection. Man, if he would have died from being shot, I guess he would have been like a martyr for that type of the art movement.
Okay, and then yeah, so then you also have, which I've gone over like a million times, but
Lena Dunham played her. Oh, okay.
Forrest Gift just said, Megan, you missed the Paul Bernardo killed Carla's sister Tammy Lee. Oh, get the flip out of here.
Oh, Lee, yeah.
Tammy Lee, and the CBI agent's name is Tammy Lee.
Oh,
Crazy. Good catch. Great catch.
very good.
So yeah,
Patrick.
so then you have all the name connections with American Horror Story. You have Chad Warwick is the former owner of the murder house, and then Chris worked with Chad McNeil, and then you have Adelaide, who is Constance's daughter and also the Harmon's neighbor, and then Shan was friends with Addie Maloney, Addie, and then you have Sally McKenna, who was in Hotel AHS Hotel, and then you have McKenna Lindstrom, who babysat for the Watts.
Crazy.
And then you have Hazel Evers, which was the head maid in Hotel, and then you have Hazel Heckers, who was the victim advocate that Kessinger talked to. So Hazel Evers, Hazel, what was it again?
Hazel, yeah, I didn't hear the second part.
Hazel Heckers and Hazel Evers.
Okay, two Hazels.
And then you have Luke Epple, who was Chris's boss at Anadarko, and then you have Luke, and his last name is I don't remember his last name, but Luke was the guy that worked for the security company that the Harmons hired in Murder House. Oh, and then not only that, but you also have a article, like a news headline, from that shows uh, a moving truck, like from Denver News or something. I don't remember exactly which outlet it was, but in front of the Watts house, and there's a moving truck, and it says "moving truck seen outside of Murder House."
What?
Murder House season 1, Murder House Watts, yeah. And then Chris Watts also, in his thing that he wrote with that lady with the book. I don't know if you know about all that, but Sherilyn Cadle, and she put a book out. Yeah, so that was like his second confession in it. He says he started to say how he was like making assumptions that he was possessed, and that he didn't know what he was doing when he killed his family. That's another reference to not only Amityville Horror, but also in Murder House. The house, spoiler alert, but you find out that the house actually makes people kill, and they become possessed. So like, what are the odds that Chris is in his second confession is going to come out and say, "Oh, I feel like I didn't know something took control over me, and I just, it must," and then everyone of course is saying it's demonic, and no, it's just one of their little breadcrumbs and their clues, because they think they're so fucking clever, and it pisses me off.
I like how when I search for this chick, Sherilyn Cadle, bankruptcy thing comes up, but I don't think it's for her. I think it's for someone else because I spelled the name wrong. I'm trying to type.
Yeah, that's her right there. That pictures of her right there.
Yeah, figured. Jeez.
And I'm sure if like anybody just comes, like doesn't follow me and is probably coming to the live chat, they probably think I'm crazy, but I'm really not.
What the heck?
But all of those are like and there's several like if you go to YouTube and you go to my community page, there's so many more like breadcrumbs and stuff and things that I've noticed in my community page, because I just keep noticing it after I put a video out, and then I was excited when I got 1,000 subs because I could, every time I found one, I could put it in the community, but I guess a lot of people don't go there, so.
Oh, let me go there.
And then I also did the whole occult symbolism video, and the numerology in the case, which is always, you're always going to find that in these events.
Wait, why did I click?
Every time I found one, I could, whoa, hello.
Hello. Oh, Mariska's live stream.
Yeah, she's so nice. She always shares my live streams.
Oh, I've noticed there are times where it will say the Watts lived in Frederick, Colorado, and other times it say Erie, Colorado. I remember seeing you post this.
So I'm glad that you showed that because I did do some more, and Collins helped me out with this today. Um, the way that the areas, I don't know what you call them, zones or whatever, for like each city, it's not like a perfect square, you know? So
Yeah.
I guess their house on Saratoga does fall into, because it was, I don't know, it was weird. Long story short, it does fall into Frederick. However, I still don't understand why. Because to me, if you live in a city, that's what you're going to get on your mail. Like, I don't see it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you live in that city, that's where you're going to get your mail from. They don't live in Erie, they live in Frederick. But
That's
I
Erie.
didn't, that is Erie, right? But then there's a lot more to it. The streets on the street addresses, or the house numbers on the street they live on Saratoga, are all
Yeah.
funky and weird, and they're all facing the same direction. So they shouldn't be all numbers all scattered. It's just too much to go into right now, but
Okay. So yeah,
but
guys,
still
check out
under.
the community tab to learn up on all this.
Yeah, go down like further, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the ones that I'm talking about are like really, well, that's a good one too, but they're further down. Okay. Oh, that's the community guidelines one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. NK interview observation question.
Oh, there's the Sergey Tack one,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
and that's her referenced in the officer referenced in the discovery.
Right.
Okay, this is weird. That one.
Yeah.
That's the mansion from Coven,
Oh yeah. Look at
uh,
that.
the season of American Horror Story. Look at all the windows, exact same setup. It's like, and that's Shanann's house in that she allegedly lived in North Carolina. It's like a
Oh,
mini version of the mansion in New Orleans.
that's like a man. She grew up in that.
Well,
Nice.
allegedly, I don't
Oh
believe it,
yeah.
but
Allegedly. Good point. Hmm. Okay.
okay. Oh, and then
Oh, okay.
that's another character from American Horror Story from Coven, and she's a
Myrtle
witch. And then
Beach.
yeah, and then Chris took his kids to Myrtle Beach.
Fertile Myrtle.
Turtle Myrtle.
Fertile. Spent their honeymoon there. Okay.
Okay. It's mostly the ones with the pictures.
Peninsula Drive.
Yeah, that's her house again. Oh no, wait, is that Broomfield or is that, yeah, wait.
And then Saratoga Trail.
What's the top one again? Is that her
That
North
one
Carolina
was
house, right? Or is
yeah,
that
or
the
North
Broomfield?
Carolina. North
Okay,
Carolina,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's because neither one of them has been updated on Google Maps since 2012.
Oh,
On
weird.
Google, I mean Google Street View. And that's her, yeah. Same setup. See where all the circle, everything is same setup. Okay,
Damn,
and then
girl.
this is her North Carolina one again. And
Yeah,
when I was looking at it, the sign right there, the realtor sign,
yeah,
is Tate Realty,
yeah.
and the neighbor in Murder House, his name is Tate.
Yeah, his first name's Tate, yeah. Nice. Holy crap. And then what the
Okay, and then that's
hell?
his Metallica tattoo. His star is Metallica because he's allegedly a Metallica fan, even though he had to look up the lyrics to Battery. which is not that many lyrics in the first place, but
All right.
okay. So then that is from. Have you heard of the Roanoke colony ever?
Yeah, I like that one. And I
Well,
mean,
American Horror Story.
I like
Yeah,
American, but I know about it too, Croatoa and all that. Yeah.
yeah. I never heard about it until American Horror Story, but
Okay.
so from Roanoke, the American Horror Story season, that is from the actual map that John White guy's map. You know, um,
Yeah.
the whatever of the colony.
Yeah.
That's the what do they call it? It was like hidden. It was hid. It was like it was hidden on the map, and they found it by accident or something. Like kind of like someone had gone over it. Like because they don't have like white. They don't have white out back then.
Yeah.
So, but that star is supposedly be where I don't remember what it was. I don't know. I talk about it in the thing
All right. That's cool
in the
though.
description, but it's the exact same thing as the Roanoke star on John White's map as the Metallica star.
Mm-hmm. Big solid ally.
Okay, that one doesn't matter. Keep going.
Okay.
That was just debunking someone. Keep going, please. Oh, this one's weird. Okay, so sometimes in these events they go back up real quick.
Oh, back up.
To that shit. Yeah, thanks. This is and I don't even want to say her name, but it's just like Shanann's. She started her organization, anti-gun organization after Randy Book shooting. And her name is almost exact. Well, actually, her name is the same as Shanann's before Shanann changed it because Shanann's name was Shannon.
Yeah, that's
And
right. I remember.
they recycle names in these events sometimes.
Yep. And then what's up here, man? What's going on with this?
So Nick and Amanda Thayer, Shanann and Chris's friends, she's wearing the same exact shirt that Shanann was wearing in one of her videos and almost identical sunglasses, which to me references the single white female thing.
Whoa, good point. Holy crap.
Yeah. Oh, and not only that, but Miss Amanda Thayer is only wearing one earring in her ear, and
Yeah.
she's the one the closest to the camera. Is the one where she's missing the earring, and I found out through Cher when she was talking about the O.J. Simpson case that um, that they found only one of Nicole's diamond earrings.
Oh no.
Yeah, so because I was like, did nobody tell this poor girl that she's missing an earring? And she's got like
Right
big
there.
earlobes, so you can tell like it's
That's obvious. There's nothing there over here.
yeah. So yeah. So another
Oh my.
reference to another yeah.
Now I just want to stare at her, and I can't stop staring at her. Ah.
And then there was and then this one's good. This is the one I missed for
Yeah, I had
the
to
one with the circle.
minimize it.
Okay, the top picture is a whatever hanging on the wall in the Watts home.
Okay.
And that is from American
Oh
Horror
yeah.
Story. That's from American Horror Story Cult
Yes.
with all the clowns.
Yeah.
When I saw
Nice.
that, I was like, oh, okay, that's fucking ridiculous. Come on now.
2000 subs. Congrats. Oh,
Yay.
that was your first one?
Yeah.
Nice, man. I want to stare at this some more.
Why? Why?
Wearing a ball cap.
That's what I thought too. I totally thought he was.
I'll look at chat.
Oh, and then also in this interview, it's very weird because it's another one of those moments where they wipe away tears, but there's no tears.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And everything seems very forced. And not only that, but this was on the exact same day that they found out that Shanann and the girls were allegedly dead. Like so, August 16th, the day that they found the bodies, allegedly, they did this interview in the park. Like if that were me, and I know people deal with like death and stuff
Yeah,
differently,
like
but
right
if I just
after
found
it?
out that my good friends just like because that before that they just thought that they were missing allegedly. So to find out that same day, and then to go and do a news interview in the park and just
Right.
how would you even be able to like speak? I wouldn't be able to. I know that.
I just want to.
So that's it.
And it's not getting any bigger now.
Why do you want to keep looking at that?
I don't know. There's nothing else to look at there, but
What? Because of her or because of him?
both of them. I just can't
Oh,
stop.
and then I brought this up in one of my most recent videos, but their daughter's name allegedly, I was going to say allegedly further, is Amelie, and Amelie is spelled Amalie. So then you have lie, because this is all a lie. All of it's a lie.
Oh my God. I'm a lie. Oh, giving me the heebs, Mag. You're giving me the heebs.
I couldn't make this shit up if I tried.
Hate. That's a weird one, I thought. What's her house number, too?
Yeah, and then again, what are the odds that all three houses that are involved in this case? Like usually when I researched it, Google Maps they don't update like Street View. I mean, they don't update as much as people think, but usually the longest it takes is about 5 years. Well, it's going on 9 years now, and both or all
Right.
three homes, the ones that they lived with too, their friends in Colorado, they haven't been updated since 2012, the year that the Watts moved to Colorado. So all three homes involved in the case, you cannot go on Google Map Street View and view these homes. This is like, I mean, well, you can, but I'm saying that they haven't been updated since 2012.
Yeah.
So if you go to look on Saratoga Trail at the Watts house, there's still an empty lot there because it hasn't been updated.
Did it say 2016 going across the door here? Is that like a watermark?
So yeah, I don't know, I guess. But if you go and if you actually go to Google Maps and you click on the report, it'll tell you the exact date of when the last time it was updated.
Okay, yeah, it does. Wow.
And again, that's just some.
Yeah, you don't want to like spill all the tea.
And I'm sorry for ignoring the chat, but I get on my rants there. And
Eternal Flame saw the fake tears. She was interviewed after her brother's funeral. I think it was a brother. And Martine saying some interesting things. She said shenanigans, which is funny because I'm called that, means secret or dishonest activity or maneuvering.
yep, exactly. And if I don't know if you were there, Shan, on the D Live when I played that broadcast by that Sinead that has her own broadcast thing, and she talked about the case, but it's from well over a year ago. But she says, she says shenanigans, like shenanigans.
Yeah.
So she brings that up. So yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just so much. Like I've made videos on them, but yeah. So, and I'm still finding them, like because I just put out that video of the all the electricity and the power, whatever references.
Yeah. Yeah, the watts and
Yeah, watts, electricity, exactly. And then you also have kilowatts,
kilowatts. Yeah. Wonder what does their last name translate to? Anything?
What?
Ruchek?
Watts? Or
Ruchek. That's how you say it.
I tried looking that up. That's a good question. I tried looking it up, and I don't know. I haven't found anything significant yet, but there was one that I just looked up. What was it? It was oh, I remember, but that's not important.
It's Polish then, okay. But
And then Shanann's mom, Sandy, her maiden name is I always mess this up. Not Oronati, but
How do you spell it again?
what, Rusek?
Yeah.
R's, my phone always does it for me. RZU something. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I'm translating it to Chinese.
But I'm trying to remember her maiden name. It's I always mess it up. So it's like something Oronati, or someone in the chat can maybe help me out with that. But her brother or her, anyways, there's an actor that's related to them. And usually in these events, they'll either have some sort of acting experience, or they will be somehow connected to the military or the CIA, or have some sort of military background.
Oh,
And
interesting.
there's
Grab some-
Colorado. Yeah, Colorado is known to be like a hot spot for military operations.
Oh yeah, it is.
So and then also with these events, you'll notice that the FBI will always like immediately get involved and start covering it, regardless if it's federal or not.
Guess we're begging to get this stream
Right?
done.
Hey, I haven't said any of the bad words.
No. We're not saying that they're doing this. We're just saying it's out there.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot. Educational purposes only, YouTube.
Bogus claims of price actors and death.
We're not making any accusations. We're not saying anything. Educational purposes. Well, I'm surprised that my chat with that bot thing didn't get censored with everybody saying shit. But it's so frustrating. My live streams, like, literally the last one took over 12 hours to post.
Oh,
it was
wow.
only an hour. It was only an hour and 15 minutes long.
I know.
I've seen several people just recently do like 4, 5, 6 hour streams, and theirs is posted immediately, and their chat's up within like a couple hours.
It depends on the mood, though, because sometimes I notice YouTube's like that. Sometimes I'll have a really, really long one that's all of a sudden the chat and it is posted and ready. And I'm like, how? At least the chat wouldn't be ready for hours, but yet it was, And then sometimes a small one will take forever. There's no rhyme or reason. At least for me.
Mine just never post right away. So.
Oh, I no answer.
I'm not kidding. They really don't. Like I'll go to check and it'll say processing.
Oh, lame. Yeah, the end where it processes that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, not much is coming up when I type in recycled crisis actor, so I guess I'll get off that topic.
Okay, definitely don't say that word. Those words.
Sorry.
You motherfucker.
You.
I'm just kidding. I should have said beep. No, it's okay. I don't care. Whatever. It's ridiculous. It really is. But it just goes to show, like, they obviously, like, why do they not want us specifically talking about that? That's very telling, to say the least, in my opinion.
I agree. Why
specifically like this theory?
Mm-hmm. Out of all the ones that are out there, this one you point out just is very telling. Very.
Put a wig on him, Roxy Fuller says. Yeah. It's weird too. I actually did this in one of my photo editing apps. I took Kessinger's hair and I put it on Nick Thayer, and it looked like they could like be identical, like brother and sister. It was weird. It was like if Nicole Kessinger was a dude, that's the same person. It's so weird.
I don't know what this is. I'm trying to stay on topic here.
Let's get off the CA topic, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the thing is like with this case, I don't even like to really go there with the CA word, just because in a sense, I believe that they all are the second word. But I think what makes it so believable is that, even though, I mean, I personally think he's a terrible one, but then you have experts like on Dr. Phil saying that he's a narcissist, and he doesn't show any emotion because, again, he's a monster and a narcissist, and he's a covert narcissist. That's why he doesn't show any emotions. And of course, people are going to believe the experts, quote unquote, on Dr. Phil, over logic or anything else.
Exactly.
Because it could just be that he's just a shitty acator. I'll say it. Acator. He's an acator. But
Roxy's got a good point. I think people are blackmailed into pushing agendas. I agree. I think that's a part of it.
and see, that's the thing too, is like we don't know what drives people to do these things, like these or terrible things. It could be because they are just shitty fucking people, or they could have been blackmailed, like she said, or they could have been threatened they'll lose their job. But usually like the main parties involved are usually those willing, knowing and willing victims, if you want to call it that. And another thing too is I get a lot of people will say, Megan, there's no way that this could all be orchestrated. There's too many people. Someone would speak out. Someone would speak up about it. Or a whistleblower or something. But the thing is I don't think a lot of people realize that not everybody has to be in the know. Not everyone has to be involved or know that they're, you know what I'm saying? So like, for instance, like with maybe some of the police officers, for example, they told them, hey, I need you to go and pass these flyers out around the neighborhood and, go door to door and ask the neighbors if they've seen this woman and her children. And, they say, okay, because that's their job.
Yeah.
They don't have to know everything they don't have to know the scheme of it. They don't have to know what's going on. They're just doing what they do every single day as police officers, not ever knowing.
Right.
But people will argue and say, oh, there's no way all of these police officers, all of these, government officials and all the friends and everybody, like, that's the whole type of victims thing, like obviously like Bella and Cece, they would be the unknowing and unwilling. Obviously they would have no idea,
obviously
they're innocent 100%.
Consent to that.
Yeah, they're just children, and so that would be your unknowing, unwilling.
Right.
So that's just one example. But again, the less people that know, the better. And the people that orchestrate these, they know that as well, because it's less likely that someone will speak out or fudge things up,
Yeah.
And so it's just, again, the less people that know, the better, which makes sense.
So are you even allowed to discuss like where they would be currently living now?
I mean, I could, but that would just be all speculation.
Yeah, speculate.
I would imagine that they are probably 100% taken care of for the rest of their lives by the U.S. government. And there's like a lot of theories that not a lot, but there's a few theories I could go into. But these events, being that they're planned, most of them like years in advance, like
Right.
up into, the planning. But like, for instance, this particular case, you have like the real time events to where like I can actually verify this because I live here. When Shan flew to Arizona, there was storms that night, and I specifically remember that because I was outside photographing the lightning. So that's something that I can vouch for. But that's just one example of like the current time part of the how do I say, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but as far as like the planning goes. So like with any type of event, there's gonna be shit that's gonna go wrong. Like shit's always nothing's gonna be perfect. You know,
Right.
someone's gonna fudge up or something's gonna go wrong. Something like weather is gonna go wrong, which is a good possibility why they had to kind of not change the narrative, but a lot of people have been speculating how Chris had enough time to murder his entire family, drive to work 45 minutes to work, text his mistress, text all these other people, and bury Shanann and put the girls in the tanks all in the amount of time that the narrative tells us. And I think that that's where they ran into an issue because of the whole weather thing and the flight, which fudged the time frame that they had, because it was like he had 2 hours less or an hour and a half less or something around there to get all of this done for their narrative.
Did you see what Buttercup asked? She says, "Didn't all those neighbors move out of that neighborhood? Nate and the other neighbors."
I know that Nate and Betty moved, but I'm almost certain that they were. I mean, I know that they're a part of it. Let's just say that. And as far as like the other neighbors around there, I'm not sure if they were those unknowing, unwilling.
Right.
Or another one is like the knowing, unwilling, and that would be the victims or the people involved that were threatened, or or let's say, for instance, like the other police officers that they know what's going on, because they're not stupid, or you know what I mean, but they're not going to speak out and say, hey, what the fuck, because they would be obviously scared to lose their jobs over it. So that would be that knowing and unwilling role that they would take in that. So they're just going to go with it because they're scared to lose their job, or being threatened or whatever. But yeah, I don't want to get into like the whole neighborhood thing, because I was talking to Collins about that today, but that's still under investigation. But I do have a theory on it that I will talk about.
Okay.
But
I'll deal with my dog soon.
oh yeah, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate you and your whole pulling up the
No
screen.
problem.
Like you don't know how much that like helps, and that's just amazing. So thank you.
Yeah, no
Because I can
problem.
barely get through these just talking, let alone pull up pictures and everything.
I just need to remember to like clear my history, because I'm like, oh shit, what if like that porn I looked up like months ago, because it has been a while, but I have looked
I
up
was
porn.
gonna say the same thing to you.
Like, what if it pops up while I'm typing something similar, or who knows? So
It's
I'm glad
happened
that
before to another channel creator. So
it
but
actually might have happened and I just didn't notice it. You guys,
disclaimer: whatever is on Shan's, whatever does not affect this. Is not.
no, it definitely
No.
influenced by you in some way.
Yeah, I'm not responsible for anything that Shan says on this
No,
channel.
you are. She's to blame, guys. If you saw
Yeah,
it,
you're right. I
I
am.
know you guys are very investigative, and you probably noticed shit that I didn't.
No, but yeah. Thank you so much, Shan. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I had
I
fun.
still didn't get a chance to talk. I mean, to pay attention to the chat, but again, I get on my little rants there, and it's hard. So
I saw some interesting comments. Yeah, I didn't get to see all of it either, unfortunately, but
oops.
I feel bad for that.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I always go back, and I've been writing down questions that that viewers do ask, and
Mm-hmm.
but I really don't get that. Like when I go back and I view the chats, I don't. There's really, honestly, not that many questions, believe it or not. So,
Yeah.
that I thought there would be normally, but
And there's some interesting like input too. Like Doe Jane says Dr. Phil doesn't have a license to practice anymore, so he legally can't act as a psychologist. I thought I remembered hearing that before too. That's why he has to have real licensed professionals.
that makes
I like
sense. Yeah.
I like stuff like that. Thanks for your input, guys.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for being here. And my mods, me mods,
Me mods.
appreciate it. Thank you so much, Shan.
No
See, that
problem.
wasn't so bad, right?
No, not at all. And happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. And I will talk to you guys later. And I'm sure I'll see you soon, Shan. All
See you later. Bye.
right, bye.